Hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in and watching my video on Role Play in the Classroom, a project for Instructional Strategies 3250 in the Professional Instructor Diploma program. In this video, I'm introducing the concept of role play as it relates primarily to adult education. But first, what exactly is role play? Role play uses the previous experiences of the adult learner to encourage reflection and insight. It usually includes two or more perspectives. It helps in examining behavior, relationships, and feelings, and developing workable strategies for specified situations. As you can see from the slide, it engages students actively with an issue or real-life situation that they are likely to encounter in real life. So what is the educator's responsibility in all this? Well, it requires planning. The educator needs to control the environment to make sure it's comfortable and respectful, establish ground rules, encourage active listening, facilitate and intervene if necessary, leave time for discussion and reflection, and ensure that learning outcomes are met. And what is the learner's role? Well, the learner takes on the specific role that is asked of them, listens and observes carefully, and keeps an open mind about what information they hear or emotions they may experience. Analysis and self-reflection are also important in the learner's role play process. As you can see from the diagram, role play has many best practices. It can be used to teach how to save lives using CPR or how to behave in a stressful situation. The goal can be to gain insight by walking a mile in someone else's shoes. Role play can use all three learning domains, the cognitive, psychomotor, and affective. And as we can see, it can teach interpersonal skills, communication skills, conflict resolution, and develop insights. And it's also very effective in teaching group decision making. I often use role plays in my career preparation classes to prepare students for job interviews. I've also used them in journalism classes to stage mock interviews in which the students interview and are interviewed in a variety of styles and circumstances. Role play is one of the most useful instructional strategies in my toolbox. Some students approach it with skepticism or even anxiety, but my observation has been that the majority find that it's a worthwhile learning activity once they've had a chance to understand what it is, participate, and reflect on it. My ideal lesson involving role play goes something like this. First, I pre-assess the students' job interviewing skills. I give a short lecture. I ask students to review and develop answers to questions from a list I've prepared that's relevant to their training. I then do a mock role play in front of the class. That really gets things moving because they can see that it's not all that difficult. And then they pair off and interview one another. They repeat that process. And then they're asked to reflect on the role play experience and write down what they did well and what areas they need to improve upon. And then we do the debriefing where we discuss results and I ask for volunteers to share their reflections with the class. In this ideal scenario, everyone feels good about what they've learned, even if they know that they need more practice. The role play is often mentioned in course evaluations as a positive factor. But as in any instructional scenario, there can be a downside. Depending on the age and cultural background of the learners, some may be reluctant to participate. And without participation, role play really can't happen. A role play can go sideways quickly, and that's one of my major concerns, but I've been lucky it has rarely happened to me. Role plays elicit strong emotions related to past experience, but a good instructor should be able to forestall any behavior that could result out of that. And if not, in my experience, it has never been really bad, and it's often a really good learning experience for the other students. So what can role play achieve among adult learners? Well, as the diagram shows, it has plenty of strengths. In my experience, it provides rich material for discussion and reflection, enhances understanding and empathy, and acts as a catalyst for more experiential learning in the classroom. Provides immediate feedback, involves applying knowledge to solving problems, develops sympathetic understandings, just to name a few. And studies bear this out. Role plays can enhance student interest in a topic, especially among adult learners. Students get more involved and learning increases. Role play is an active learning experience, as we already know, so students can take ownership of their role and responses. And a good thing is they can be tricked into working harder. Role play teaches empathy and understanding of different perspectives. Students who role play the part of enslaved African Americans in a class on pre-Civil War history, for example, developed greater sympathy and came away with a better understanding of the experience than they would in a typical lecture setting. To wrap up this examination of role play, let's go back to the basics. Role play is a valuable, experiential, instructional strategy that, if explained and used properly, can be a powerful tool. It can change perspectives and create empathy. It's effective in helping learners handle real-life situations and problems by providing insight, solutions, and skills. Plus, it can be a whole lot of fun for teachers and students in the classroom. So, do what I say. Keep calm and role play.